All right, we're recording.
Be interesting and having a snack. Oh, mamacita,
Wait,
it's
is it working? Do you think
It's
recording our
It's
audio as well?
yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, Jamie,
Hello.
you're good to go.
Is it ready? I'm really excited.
Yes.
Okay.
Go.
Can I go? Ready?
Yep.
Count me down. Count me down. Count me down.
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Hi everyone, it's Jamie from LinkedIn. Today we're going to be going for the committee interest Q&A for our future committee because we need you for committee. Next slide please.
You specifically.
We need you.
Like,
Please, we need you for committee. You might be asking, what's the timeline for this? It closes May 9th. That's literally next week. Please nominate yourselves. Don't be afraid and just do it anyway. The deadline, if you really want to procrastinate, is the day afterwards. Don't do it. But you don't do it. Voting opens 13th of May. Voting closes the 15th, and the results are published the day after. If you were curious about voting, we all vote for you guys. Please run. Next, please. So, follow the instructions on the slide. Please just follow the instructions on the slide. It's very straightforward. Nominate yourselves on the position on the SU page. Add a picture of yourself if you want to. You don't have to. It would be nice to put faces to names and stuff. Write the manifesto. It doesn't have to be that serious. Just say why you want to do it. And also, you can talk about it. You don't have to keep it hush hush. Like, talk to us about it if you have any questions. Talk to your friends about it. Like, just be inspired. Talk about it, man. Anyway, next, please. Oh, okay, ready?
It takes a second.
Your next question must be, how do you write a manifesto? Right, so these opened in April. You should have probably at least thought about it by now. But how you do it? Name, pronouns, bit by yourself, background, blah, blah, blah. Why you are the best candidate for the role. Previous experience. It's like a job application, but less deep. It doesn't have to be that serious.
It's really not deep.
Like, you can ask us for any of our manifestos, but just know that we were there at the beginning of the society as a whole, so, oh my god, it's gone. Anyway, you don't have to worry about it, because, oh, Ronnie, come home. Like, just say why you want to do it and why it's important to you and stuff like that. I'd go to the next slide, but we don't have one.
Sorry, I got moved again. I'm not sure what it's doing.
Ronnie,
I really don't know. I couldn't
keep it
tell
together,
you.
man.
It just moved me. It just
I'm
moved
Jamie
me to
from
another
LinkedIn.
room.
What the heck, bro? Okay,
It
next
just
slide,
moved
please.
me to another room.
Clip that. Did you give Max admin? I did not.
Ronnie, please, can you put the next slide on? Oh, okay. Here are the roles we have. Right, you can read the list of roles, but the most important ones we really need, please run, is president, secretary, treasurer. A society cannot run without these three roles. If you're interested in any of the other roles, also apply for them. You can apply for multiple roles. You can pick the one that is more important / the one that is needed more. Please apply. Please. We need you.
Please. We need NDS to live forever.
You. Apply for fun. Apply for the sake of it. Right. So, you might be interested in what these what these different roles actually do. Everyone else is going to be doing that bit. They can discuss what they actually do.
Yeah,
oh, my bad. Prank. Camera. Lol. Anyway, you're asking, how do we work as a committee? Look, okay, this is for me and Alyssa and Ronnie. We're a bit of a joke, man. Not saying we're not serious. We get stuff done, but we work together as a team. Also, like, it's not as daunting as you think it is. It's a lot of just us talking to each other, bouncing off our ideas. Also, we are a neurodivergent society. You really think we're going to be sitting in a room by like in silence and discussing one to another? Nah, man, that's just not how it works. So yeah, we work together. We work as a cohesive group. We need dedicated committee. We need you to care about to care about like neurodivergent issues, neurodivergent people as a whole. We need you to be committed. It's committee. It's in the name. Please, please. But yeah, basically, if one person can't or treasurer and they weren't able to do that job, like other members of committee would be able to step in and like take over sort of thing. Point is, like there's no one size fits all kind of role. It's not you have to do this thing and you'll be left in the dark and do it only. Nah, it's not how it works. We work as a group, as friends, and as like a cohesive community, not to leave you alone. So like if you were worried about doing this and you don't know what you're doing or whatever, you will have help. You're not just gonna be thrown into the training and then suddenly you're in the committee and you don't know what's happening. Nah, don't worry, we'll be fine. Okay,
We'll
now
have
we're
a
gonna be
meeting with
discussing why.
everyone. When everyone is in committee next year, we will have a meeting with the new guys and we'll be like, hey, this is all of the stuff you need to know. Alyssa, you're up.
Hi guys. Another thing I'd like to mention before I go is we also are going to make a quick document explaining what it's like to be on committee. We have the handover document. We'll have all the contact details for current committee as well as previous committee members who have put themselves forward to be on the document. In case you have any specific questions about what it's like to be on committee and like with your specific role. On that note, President. So, the President is the yes man of the face of the society. Generally, you are kind of your main role is to ensure that the society runs smoothly in accordance to the SU guidelines and according to our constitution. And your main job is making sure that the society, in terms of its goals of continuing to be a neurodivergent friendly space, are kept in line. Along with this, you're generally in charge of all the meetings with the committee. You're coordinating the activities, you're creating the main events and approving them and making sure that they can run smoothly alongside the treasurer and other members of the committee. Generally, if there's any issues when it comes to things such as the risk assessment, the VP SOC Sport will be in contact with you, and it's generally your job to make sure that that is sorted out. You'll make sure to communicate all key information to group members, committee, and just general administrative stuff such as risk assessments. Um, if you're interested in running in this role for the
Oh,
future,
okay.
feel free to talk to me. Talking of which, the VP, they're really essential to this society, and they're usually the president when they're not around. They help oversee the social media alongside the social sec and is really a key part of the committee in the events. So along with well-being, you're one of the main points of contact between members and committee whenever something goes wrong. So if committee have concerns or if any members have concerns for us, generally the well-being and the VP is who people will go for. In terms of the creation of the events, the VP usually tends to be usually takes a massive part in that. Something we like to do as committee members is that we have a couple of events that we've done with the SU, such as the diversity fair, also during Freshers Fair, the VP historically has been really good at those. Um, when it comes to creation of the post, events, and our work with charity, the VP is really good. So if you're consider yourself a good team player and communicator, and want to be part of the committee, however, or unsure what role to go for, I think the VP, outside of the central committee roles, is usually one good role for anyone who wants to get into a committee to start with. Talking of which, whoosh, next slide, please.
I tried.
Secretary, who is the second to the president and the VP, responsible for keeping track of the meetings and taking notes of what's been discussed. You're also responsible for keeping track of the inventory and what the society owns, and making sure that the emails and communicating information to other committee members is made sure. You're also in charge of booking rooms and ensuring all vacant roles are fulfilled. Generally, any committee concerns go to the secretary, and usually, in order to make sure that the society runs fully, the secretary is really important. The secretary also works a lot with the president in terms of the creation of the events, and alongside the VP, you're usually the second most important role. And finally, in terms of my bit, is the treasurer, who is in charge of the finances. You don't have to be good at maths for this role, but generally it does help. The SU system for money is quite simple to understand, and expense claims are a very simple process. You're part of the position's responsibility, and therefore must fulfill purchases that were made. Generally, one of the key aspects of the treasurer role we like to have is usually the president or the VP will have a couple of ideas for purchases that we might have in the future, and the treasurer usually keeps us in line. We've had a couple of ideas which usually are a bit too silly, like for prizes and things, and usually it's the treasurer who makes sure if those ideas can run and if it's possible. I think we wanted to do something with BSL and help it, and the treasurer made sure that we were kept in line. We also need to make sure the treasurer's job is to make sure that the society isn't losing money and keeping the society running in the long term. Kind of on that aspect, not only should the treasurer make sure that the society has enough money for this term, but also in the future, and making sure to complete the treasurer training and filling in the budget form is also essential. I think I think that's my bit done.
Next is me. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do the other 4 roles that we have, which are not core roles. The only one that isn't a core role that Alyssa just said is the vice president. The vice president isn't core, but is helpful for like to be like second to the president still. So I'm going to talk about POC rep first. This is a new role that we added because we want to make sure that the society is not a white space and it doesn't turn into a white space, because if that happens, then we won't really represent neurodivergent people at all. So it's important that it stays that way, and people of color committee, not only in the committee but also in the society. So the POC rep is not responsible for this, like it's not a responsibility, but it is a representative role to make sure that there is a position that is open for that specifically in our committee, so that we can make sure that the POC rep can advise the other committee and bring up any concerns, and make sure that make sure that the society stays inclusive and intersectional, because that's really important to us. Because it's really important for neurodivergent people of color to be represented, and especially at university as well. Next, we have the well-being officer. And the well-being officer is important for making sure that the space is inclusive in terms of well-being. So the well-being officer is in charge of like making sure members feel safe, and also so members might come to the well-being officer with well-being concerns about themselves, but also maybe about other members. And so for this role, we need someone who is capable of dealing with difficult conversations, but also is dedicated to that, and is dedicated to keeping the space open and inclusive for people who might be struggling. Also, the wellbeing officer will be told the correct helplines and services to refer people to when helping them, because it's not a responsibility, it's a point of contact, so that we can make sure that the society runs inclusively and safely. The social sec is my role. So if you need to know anything about the social sec, come to me. So this member of committee basically just does the social media, the event posts, and the announcements, and make sure that everything is posted on time. And for NDS, you might have noticed that we always have alt text, and the alt text is really important because it makes it more accessible. That's especially important for NDS. So we with the social sec as well, it's really important to me that the Instagram looks really nice. So make sure that it not only looks nice, but it's also accessible colors. I will provide with like links to accessibility things and everything in the handover. So don't worry if you don't know how to do alt text or make graphic design accessible. I will teach that when in a handover. And finally, the charity officer is basically the person who runs the charity and fundraiser events that we have. So the charity officer is responsible for keeping in contact with these charities, and also making sure that the money that we raise is sent to them, and working with the treasurer with that, and also researching the charities to make sure that everything is represented in our values. So for example, we don't want to like support autism speaks. Okay, I think that's it. We have, if you want to, please feel free to let us know what role you would like to run for, because then that'll give us an idea of who we've got before the running comes out. If you don't want to, you don't have to. If you'd like to tell us in DMs or anonymously as well, you can do that. But I can't see the chat, so let me see if I can. Okay. This is big.
Jamie Bamber, what do you want to run for?
Bro, it kicked me out. TSPMO.
T?
Welcome, Jamie.
TS this shit. Ah.
I don't know if we do have anything.
Me.
Jamie, you're leaving.
Ballerina cappuccina. Sorry.
Chippy
You're
chippy.
leaving.
Chubba chubba.
That would be awesome, Sauce. You
Please
can run for
guys.
multiple, remember?
Yeah,
you can run for as many roles as you want to.
If you If you want, you should run. You could run for like every single role and like become a dictator.
Yes, I think everyone here should run for every single role, and that won't get confusing at all.
That's kind of funny though. That's funny.
I think that'd be a good idea. I still got my streamer set up.
Oh, new role.
Shall we add an AI rep to NDS?
What's the? Do you
Okay.
want to have the Discord mod role, or what is it? Oh, any questions?
Any questions? Anyone can ask any questions now. We're doing a Q&A. If you wanted to ask us specifically questions, you can. If you wanted to say,
This is
Alexa, what is it like being president? You could ask that.
bad. It's a bit shit.
Don't say that. We're convincing them. Tell them it's great and awesome and you love it so much.
What the fuck? Who is Tim Cheese?
Who's Tim Cheese? Oh.
Minecraft Steve.
These are not questions.
Right, how do I... Right, you know what? Juno, you're going to the gulag. How do I... To the gulag with you.
Really?
Oh wait, I need to... What do you dislike about being...
I don't like the fact that it's a bit difficult. My least favorite thing about being committee is that I'm also a student and it's a lot, but that's fine.
Yeah, work.
Yeah, it's okay. Take your time to ask questions. Okay. Tyler asked a question. Funding status for the society. Okay. Basically, our budget has entirely come from memberships, so we don't have very much. Okay, when you start as a society, you get £50 to start with, and then you get money from membership. So our money entirely comes from our membership. So we wanted to make it free, but we didn't make it free because otherwise we wouldn't have any income. But also for societies that don't have very much money, the SU gives a certain amount each year. So this year I think we got 250 for the beginning of the year, and we really don't dip into our funds very often at all.
Bless you.
So we have a lot of funds, but also those funds are kind of locked away at the moment. With the bank accounts, there's like 3 separate ones that the SU handles, but one of them is restricted, and a lot of our money is in our restricted. You can transfer it over, but it's a long process. We haven't done it. But basically restricted, it's kind of set up for sports societies, which sucks for us because it doesn't really work the same. But for restricted, you have to buy things that are like for the society rather than for events, which is a bit stupid. It just doesn't make much sense. But anyway, it's a kind of complex thing, but we do have funds, and we have like a couple hundred to spend on events. So if the next year's committee wanted to do like a funded trip, you could, I guess. Or like usually we just spend like a couple. I mean, generally, a lot of the stuff that we have that we take to events, like if we do a crafting event, a lot of the stuff that we take is just stuff that me and Jimmy own. So, which kind of sucks
by the way when we leave. Sorry.
Yeah, next year that means that like we won't have any colored pens or anything, so we might have to invest in that next year because a lot of the inventory is just things that we own.
Yeah, those are pens and running.
Oops.
Sorry.
Do you know? But even better because it's not on. Because do you know? Because it's but even better because it's non-PC and not on
Wait,
shit.
can I add something about the
Okay, yeah.
fundraising thing real quick?
Yeah, you can.
A lot of the time, if we're doing an event like a collab that means that we go out together sort of thing, it's self-funded. So you
Yeah.
as the member
Yeah,
pay for your own transport or like your own ticket, and then we all just show up together like that. We don't normally cover it as a group.
No, we don't. But like, if you wanted to, we could. 'Cause we do
Yeah,
it
yeah.
so much.
I was just referring
But,
to the
like-
ice skating one.
Yeah, the ice skating one was self-funded.
And we get our spending money from
Juno's got their hand
fundraisers.
up.
You can your question. You don't have to keep your hand. You can unmute if you want, even. I guess I'll
I'm gonna
join
put
then.
my hand up. Just no, we
No.
can't. You're muted, I think. I think you are muted.
Yeah, you're muted. You might have to put it in the chat. Jamie, you should put your hand
might
up.
be. It
Oh,
might
sorry.
just be.
Wait, no, on the.
It
Oh,
might be that you don't have your mic
How do I
like
put my hand up?
loud.
Yeah.
Is there a
in
turn?
settings.
So Juno asks first, and then Alyssa, and then Ole.
No, it was,
Ronnie, your hand
Wait.
isn't up.
my hand is up.
Your hand's not up, Ronnie.
It's up on
Lower
mine.
your hand in a few seconds. We've noticed you've
Oh
spoken.
my god.
What our inventory looks like and whether we're looking to expand it. So in terms of the goals for next year, this is all kind of worthy of discussion, but generally, I think we're pretty good with. I think we're good with
Show you.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
Yeah.
So basically, right now, the inventory lives at me and Jamie's house. We do not have a storage area. If the society wanted to get a storage area, you can probably contact the SU and they'll probably give you one of those fucking shelves in the storage in. It sucks. I'd rather keep it in just a house because then you don't have to go to storage every time. You can just take it with you when you leave. So basically, we have a box of fidgets. The one issue is the box is Jamie's, so the fidgets are belonging to NDS, but the box is Jamie's, so we might have to get a new box for next year.
My mom's.
Um,
She's gonna have a bollocking.
Also, we have some paper and some coloring books, but we do not have. We have pens, but the pens are me and Jamie's, so the pens will not be around next year. So pens is a thing that will need to be got. In terms of other inventory, we have a weighted blanket, but I don't know where it is.
It's in here.
Oh, that's good to know.
It's here. Hold on. Oh, hold on. It's underneath your butt, bro.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. We have a weighted blanket, we have some fidgets, and we have and we have some like paper and coloring and
we actually also
bits
have
and
Lego.
bobs. So yeah, we have Lego as well. Yeah, thanks. And that's it.
I have a basket. Oh, I just.
Oh, we have Colossus. Colossus.
I have Colossus. Yes.
We still have Colossus.
I do.
And Colossus is dead, but the ghost of Colossus is still around.
He's on my floor at the moment. But yeah, he's here. We gotta let him. No.
No. He stays forever. He's not allowed to leave. He's like a captive ghost.
Time for Blahaj to take over.
So I mean, some of the things that I wanted to, and that I was thinking the society could invest in later was like other like other sensory items that would be good to bring. So like, you know, those little sensory suits, those are quite good. If we had like a permanent space, we could do like a swing or something. That would be great. Oh, we are working on a permanent sensory space with the SU, but we've got like no information, so we can't like confirm anything. But we would like that to be a thing in the future. So that will be like a work in progress over the years. We were hoping that it would happen sooner, but like things happen, so we will build on that over the years.
Generally,
so that is a job for future committee, like an overall job.
I don't think in terms of our inventory we're probably going to need that much new things.
Yeah, I don't know. We can go over it with everyone when the year ends. I think a lot of the stuff is mine and Jamie's, like the puzzles are ours, but I mean I'd be willing to like leave a couple of them. So but there might be like new things that need to be got, but they can just be got from my charity shop, so I think it'll be good. Do we have any other questions?
I mean, Juno still has their hand up, but... Oh, yes. Bamba Jamie.
How do you manage being a student at the same time as a committee member? Is it hard, or is it like lickety split?
I would. I try hard. I really do.
I would say that it's quite hard. Colossus is fading.
I'd say it's pretty difficult. I think depending on what year you're in. Bye bye. Depending on what year you're in, it can be quite difficult. But generally, as long as you go in with the mindset that you are in committee, so you should commit, but some things will always take priority over others, I think, will always help.
Yeah.
But also, if you're in a good committee, we'll always look out for each other in terms of the fact that if certain members or certain committee members can't come to certain events, that's never an issue, or just generally we always try to help each other out. So as long as I think we're all students, so I think people will always be sympathetic in terms of the fact that if you have an exam, no one's going to be upset at you for not to do it, for not being able to go to events. So generally, we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie, Bamba.
Thanks so much. I was really wanted to know.
Is there any other questions?
I think as a third year, it's a little bit difficult, but obviously anything as a third year is difficult. So like it's difficult anyway. But I think what's important is that like we all work that's why we want to work together as NDS. It's important that we all work together and have that so that we can all work the best way that works possible for us all, and we can delegate the tasks out amongst us, so it's not all on like one or two people.
Okay. Do we have any more?
Everything.
I think that is everything. I'm going to quickly end the recording.